A 2-0 away win at Chasetown. The team has really picked up over the last 3 games. What are your thoughts on the performance?
Really good. Quality-wise, I didn't think we were all that brilliant, but that's what it's like sometimes at this level. You know, we've just been in there and said how frustrated we are that off the back of such I don't know what I have to describe last week. We'll stop talking about last week. Off the back of such a dire performance, that we can go and really turn it around. You know, with a massive reaction. We said to the boys before the game, you know, it could potentially be the last game of the season. Don't be, you know, those players that are remembered all through the summer as having gone and lost the last 5 games, because that's obviously what it would have been. The battling qualities were outstanding all over the pitch. There were some good performances quality-wise, don't get me wrong, but I was actually really impressed with them. They started really well. They've had some massive results since the new management team have come in. They've done an unbelievable job to steer them away from any sort of worrying about going down. And they were brilliant first half. They moved the ball around very, very well, like a top 5 team almost. And yeah, we've had 2 chances in the second half and gone and won the game. It's probably the perfect away performance. Dave Ray was exceptional again in our goal, made some big saves at big important times. Young Aaron Sennett's come on and he was outstanding, absolutely outstanding, did everything that we asked him to do, obviously scored the goal, and he was brave enough to get on the ball, which is obviously so young, and yeah, so I'm delighted with the result, delighted with the performance, but more importantly I'm delighted that they give us a reaction after what's happened over the last few weeks.
You said you didn't want to dwell on last week's performance, but what do you think has changed over the last week?
I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, sometimes the easiest team talks to give are the ones after such a poor performance, because all the boys are obviously, you know, they've got their own pride at stake. The footballers have been footballers for a long time, and it's important that, you know, you go and rectify the wrongs from the previous week. So I don't know, in all honesty. We've obviously given a couple of people chances to come back into the team who've been on the sideline for the last few weeks. Conor Brook was outstanding at both ends. His hold-up play was good. He won his fair share of headers. He's cleared one off the line, which would have made it 2-1, and was sweating for the last 10 minutes. You know, he's absolutely worked his socks off. I can't ask for any more from him. Mitch has come back into the team. He didn't have a lot to feed off, in fairness to him, but he's obviously in the right place at the right time to stick his ball in the net. Stick the ball in the net. Sorry, yeah. Steve McDonnell is absolutely tireless. You know, he's ended up the game at right fullback, which is obviously not, you know, not his natural position, far from his natural position. We just thought with Rhodes' injury, their left wing was very lively, and I wanted someone that could match him pace-wise to go and look after him for the last 10 minutes. So there were some big performances, don't get me wrong, but it was more about the team really and the battling side of things today. And you know, they've got what they deserved out of it, I feel.
When you mentioned the winger, was that the decision behind bringing Aaron on so early into the first half?
Well, yeah, Sykes has been a little bit under the weather this week, so we decided that we were going to put Sennett on the left-hand side, because we thought there was too long of the game left for maybe Sykes to see it out. I wasn't worried about it at all, far from it. I know what he's like. He's a very good young player with a great attitude, and he probably deserves his chance, and he's took it, obviously. Even before we actually put the ball in the net, we were really pleased with his contribution in the first half, because he was brave enough to get on it, brave enough to look after it, brave enough to get his body in. So yeah, really pleased with him for sure.
Goal scoring has been a problem. This was Mitchell's first goal in 10 games. How much of a confidence boost would that give him?
Yeah, oh yeah, well, like, you know, I can say this from experience. You know, when you're in the team playing up front and you're not scoring, it's difficult, especially when you're not picking up the results. He's actually obviously been suspended for 3 of those 10 games, so it's unfair to judge him on that. And like I say, he didn't have a great deal to work with today, to be honest. So it's important that when you do get that one chance, that you're there to take it. And that's what the best do, to be fair. You know, your top strikers will float in and out of games at times, but then when they get that one chance, to stick it in the net, and that's what he's done today. And that goal has obviously gone and really won us the points, because I always felt that had they been really pushing with the last 10 minutes, you know, it would have been a struggle to keep them out, because they've got a lot of quality themselves. So yeah, really pleased for Mitch. Important for your strikers to be scoring goals, and really pleased for Brunty, because he's come in and took his chance.
It's been the questioning, obviously, with the COVID-19 stuff, that, you know, this game's actually gone on. So think about that. It's still going on, deciding whatever happens in the next few weeks. But you've got a break now. What will you be saying to the lads to keep fresh and moving forward into that away game at Newcastle?
Well, yeah, I mean, we haven't got a game next week, have we? Regardless of the virus and whatnot. So we'll possibly train. Maybe Tuesday, maybe Saturday. I'm not sure yet. We've got to have to think about that, but it's important that the boys keep fit. As always, I mean, I sometimes, if I'm going to be critical of our boys, and I said it to Den, so I don't mind saying it, even though he's not here. I thought that pre-season was a little bit I don't know, maybe substandard in terms of how much running we were doing, how much physical stuff we were doing. So it's not an excuse, it's far from an excuse, because the boys essentially have had, that's 9 months ago, 9 months ago off the top of my head. So players have got to look after themselves away from football. Obviously with what's going on with the wages and whatnot, it's difficult for me to dictate what players do away from the club. But like I said, like I touched on regarding performances, it's all about the pride. They've got to look after themselves. I do think sometimes when you come here and it's stuck out like a sore thumb before the game, we've ended up on top. But I look at some of their boys and then ours, and they do look a lot fitter. They look a lot more athletic. So that is something for sure we can work on. Pre-season, it will definitely be a big part of pre-season for the boys obviously that are going to stay with us, the boys that will be coming in. So yeah, fitness is something that's hugely important, especially at a level where there isn't often a massive amount of quality on display. I don't think there was a lot of brilliant football at all today, but it's come down to battling and winning headers, winning tackles, running a little bit further. So yeah, it's a huge part of the game, and we'll be making sure that they do what they have to.
To flip on it, said, are you disappointed that we don't have a game to try and follow up this win with?
Yeah, I mean, we had this discussion after the game last week, didn't we, like how it will affect us. It's potentially, we don't obviously know what's going to happen, but it potentially could be the end of the season. So I'm delighted that we have got the monkey off our back of that win, that elusive win after a few poor performances. And yeah, I think I probably would. Well, I would love to have a game next Saturday, but sometimes that's how it is. We've played a lot more games than some of the teams around us. So I mean, at the same time as well, we are a little bit light on body, so it may be good to have a rest. It's one of those things, you don't know whether it's a positive or a negative. You just have to take it on the chin when it comes around. So it is what it is.
Cheers, Kyle.
Cheers, lads.
Hey,